I thought it would be really useful if you could just frame for the audience, and you did this in the presentation we did, but just some of the trends that are sort of starting to emerge in the US, because it is very different, like cash and checks even, very different to what we've got here. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in a very interesting, I think, transition point where we have our very established, ultra efficient payment systems like ACH, and Nacha's this was the 50th anniversary of the founding of the ACH as a payment scheme in the United States. And it's kind of interesting. And I didn't share this last week, but a lot of parallels with instant payments in the US. And when I was at the Federal Reserve, we used to sit around the lunch table, and those who had been there longer would tell the stories about the first days of ACH in the United States. They were literally traveling to banks 50 years ago to beg them to become receivers. All right. Because this was just all new and, ANSI formats. It was just wild and crazy in a way. And it wasn't until the U.S. Treasury said it was going to start using using the ACH for some of its payments and ultimately Social Security, that banks really started to get interested. And of course, now it's 50 years old and it's connected to everything in the United States. And because of that, and its efficiency, we're not talking about retiring our ACH at all. In fact, it's getting even more vibrant with the relatively recent addition of same-day ACH. And it's a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek joke, but it's also a true statement that the most popular faster payment in the United States is same-day ACH, right?
Yeah.
Because they have volume.
Yeah, and that really connected with me. We're talking about the decommissioning of our BEX system into 2030 because it's still quite like it's batch driven. It takes 2 days, all these things. But over in the States, it's that same day ACH is so critically important, and it gives another dimension to extending the life. Well, right now indefinitely, because there is so much value in terms of knowing that there is. It's coming the same day. You're not waiting 48 hours to get that confirmation.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're just going to embark on an additional discussion that will help same-day ACH as well as other payment systems, but moving this Federal Reserve settlement cycle to near 24/7.
Yes.
And that will allow an additional same-day ACH window. So that would be 4. Every 6 hours you can get and
that would 365 days a year as well.
That's the potential proposal. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's incredibly valuable, and I think that's part of I look at this and think, okay, there are use cases that don't need anything more than that. Like that is perfectly satisfactory in terms of where it's at.